know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a whites-only girls Christian camp.
Wow.
They don't even have a token Asian. They don't have a token black person. It is a all white-only, conservative Christian camp. If you ain't white, you ain't right, you ain't getting in, you ain't going. Period. Wow. And I think that context needs to be said in this matter. It's not to say that we don't want the girls to be found, whatever girls that are missing or whatever right now. But you best believe, especially in today's political climate, if this were a group of Hispanic girls, especially with them being in East Texas, it should be most likely Hispanic. If this were a group of Hispanic girls out there, this would not be getting this type of coverage that they're getting. No one would give a
would.
And all these white people, the parents of these little girls, would be saying things like they need to be deported, they shouldn't have been here in the first place, and yada yada yada. So before y'all come at me, before y'all start leaving hate comments on my page about, oh, these are just kids and they don't know no better, the parents of these children who are choosing, and it is a choice in 2025, it is definitely a freaking choice to go into East Texas and to make a all-white enclave, exclusionary just for white people, with all the black people in East Texas, with all the Hispanic people in East Texas. Somehow, some way, you have carved out an all-white, whites-only enclave in East Texas for your white children. Yeah, I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. Once again, this is no shade to the girls. I hope they all get found. But once again, y'all have to understand the climate that we're living in. They want you to have sympathy for these people. They want you to get out of your bed and to come out of your home.
They want you to have sympathy for people who died.
Donate your money to go find these people. Meanwhile, they are deporting your family members. Meanwhile, they're setting up concentration camps and prisons for your family members. And I need y'all to keep that in mind before y'all get out there and put on your rain boots and go find these little girls.
She just said that you want us to have sympathy for children who were swept out of their bed in the nights to their death.
If I see this lady have sympathy on the side of the road in the deepest, I'm talking about 100 miles away in New Mexico from the nearest city, I would keep driving. That's how much hate I might have for this lady right here.
You want to know something is interesting? Like, this is an example. This is a woman. Obviously, she's a black woman. She's making extremely racially charged comments that are extremely offensive and racism. And she's trying to use other examples of what she deems racism to other groups to garner support for her, as we saw in that last clip. And I'm sure she would say we're sellouts and racists and coons and selling out to white supremacy for not standing behind a black woman and supporting her nonsense and bullshit comments. I remember one time Brock said, if you can't call a bad person regardless of what skin color they are, that makes you a bad person. And this woman is a bad person.
Terrible.
She's clearly mentally unwell. She has obviously self-esteem issues because there's not even Asian people or black people at this camp. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Children died. Children died. It's sad. Bottom line, to make this a racial thing is an issue you have with yourself. Yeah. To make this a political thing is another issue you have with yourself, and you're projecting your issues within yourself outward, and your hate that you carry in your heart outwards and trying to dress it up as something else, and it's failing, and you deserve the backlash that you get.
Your partner, who is a white male, has publicly disavowed your comments. You know, how do you reconcile your partner who's supposed to have your back? You know, you got the whole public, you got the whole country, the entire, seem like the world coming down on you right now. And instead of your husband saying, oh, not your husband, but your partner saying, I got your back, you know, quietly, you know, I don't know about that, Shad, but publicly, hey, I got your back. Instead of him saying that, he decides that, you know, I'm going to publicly disavow what she said. And have y'all had a comment? Well, I'm sure y'all had a conversation about that. What was that conversation like?
Well, he has a boss too. He has people he has to answer to as well. And the situation with Unitarian Universalists, right? These are supposed to be the good white folks, right? But as you can see, once that white supremacist ire is faced on them, they gonna back down as well. You know, they can't really handle it like that. Meanwhile, Black churches get bomb threats and get shot up and stuff all the time. So it basically comes down to he has a boss too, and the people at the top did not like the comments or whatever. They really didn't like the comments, and I'll get to that later. They didn't like the video or whatever, and this was their opportunity, I feel. If you're supposed to be so anti-racist, instead of throwing a Black woman under the bus, this is their opportunity to shift the focus back on what I actually said instead of letting the white supremacists control the narrative. The white supremacists want to focus on she called him da-da-da-da and whatnot. That was a statement made after I'd been doxxed, after I've had a slew of racist hate emails, texts, comments, people threatening to hang me, people threatening to, come to my house, people threatening to do all sorts of stuff and whatnot. And I reacted in that way. And yes, I could have chosen my words better and whatnot. But this is such a common thing when it's like white people don't even see the white mob. The white mob is allowed to be a mob if they're allowed to.
If the roles were reversed.
It's interesting that she's claiming white supremacy and white racism, yet you have a white partner. And she's not mad at her white partner, or she's basically blaming her white partner for not having her back on white supremacy when he's saying what she said was wrong. And he's like, oh, it's just because he has a boss and he's white supremacist and he didn't want to be labeled a white supremacist and da-da-da-da-da. I'm a Black woman, da-da-da-da-da. Goodness gracious.
If you don't see what this lady said was wrong, then you are evil also.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
It's interesting that she's trying to act like she's just like this pro-Black warrior, but you have a white partner. Like,
what did she say? I wasn't in that video. I saw the video, but what did she say?
And I quote, she basically was making we didn't feel bad for the illegal immigrants who are being deported and all that. And so whenever it was Mexican people and all that and white people, quote unquote, were being quiet about it. But then when white people died in a tragedy, those white kids then in a majority district that voted for Trump, they deserved it, is what she said.
Yeah, basically saying they deserved it. More people are gonna die, and we only care that they're dying because they're white.
Yes,
is basically what she said.
Since they voted for Trump, this is what they asked for.
Yeah.
And then she tried to play the victim and say it's not about the children. It's literally about the children.
It's 100% about the children. And then you also tried to sit there and say, oh, the quote unquote good white folks. So what if someone got on here and said the quote unquote good Black folks?
Oh, boy.
We can't. It doesn't make sense. Reverse racism is still racism. I don't think two things can be wrong. That doesn't if someone wrongs you, that doesn't mean that if you wrong them, you are also not wrong. That doesn't make any sense.
She's talking about wrong in the past. She's talking about they bombed and threatened to shoot up Black churches.
In 1933.
When has that happened?
Yeah, that doesn't it's happened a couple times, and yes, is it wrong? Yes, 1,000,000%. Everyone knows that's wrong. But does that make it right to say that little kids dying in a flood are deserving of it because of their political party or because of their race?
Or because of their choices of their parents? Because children can't vote.
Exactly.
So basically she's saying the children deserve to die because of the decisions of their parents. This is the problem I have with people like this woman. She thinks she can say something racist and not receive backlash because she's Black and a woman. Boom. The double victim card. And she thinks that will shield her from all the backlash that's rightfully deserved because you're making fun of children, the death of children, because of people having different opinions than you. And then you're trying to say, oh, white supremacy, this and that, and they need to come take my side and control the narrative. You're all over the place, lady. First of all, you're not pro-Black because you have a white partner. So if all pro-Black people would call you a sellout and coon, you're literally, I think this lady has a mental illness.
Oh, no. This if you agree with this, you have a mental illness. This shit, when I was hearing this is purely mental illness. That's all I was thinking about. But what was I finna say? If black people, if you can make a comment like this and think you can still hide behind the racism card, that's a pure mental illness that Black people have.
This creates racism. This is how racism isn't alive today. It's alive today because mostly of people like this. When you sit here and do something wrong, and then when people call you out on it, racist, it's racist, white supremacy, no, you're dead ass wrong. And then when other black people come and join it, and they also do the same thing, that makes other races look at you and be like, well, I guess all y'all tweaking.
This is sickening.
Yes, I could have chosen my words better and whatnot, but this is such a common thing when it's like white people don't even see the white mob. The white mob is allowed to be a mob, and they're allowed to hurl rocks and everything at you and spit at you and whatnot, but it's your reaction. You're supposed to just walk into the schoolhouse with your head down and don't engage or anything like that. I have to say something real quick. And real quick,
just about that right there, that comment right there. It's what she's doing is exactly the opposite. Think about it. The exact opposite. They'll say all these things about white people. Say all these things about white people. Call them evil. Say their kids should have died because they voted for Trump and all these things, and then turn around and do this. Sorry, the very thing she's saying is what she is herself doing.
The schoolhouse with your head down and don't engage or anything like that. And I feel like I can't really do that. And I'm not trying to fight the whole world or anything like that, but it's like the focus should be on the white supremacists who are attacking me. And as far as the church goes, I feel like they missed an opportunity to actually do the right thing and to stand in the truth that they claim to hold. They do claim that they are anti-racist and this, that, and the third, and they have done a lot of positive work. And I'm not just talking about this church in particular, I'm talking about Unitarians all, together. They have done a lot of positive work out there, but it's still a mainly white institution. They still have their white supremacy and stuff that they need to unpack as well. And this is my partner. I'm not a member of the church. I do not go to the church.
So why would they stand beside you?
Yeah, this is just my partner.
I'm dumbfounded by this, guys. I'm speechless. This shit is insane, man. I didn't think people actually get this dumb. Like, how are you an adult and you're this fucking stupid?
It's a choice. It's not stupidity. It's delusion by choice. You are choosing to take this side. No. She's choosing to do this on purpose.
I don't know. Black people tell me all the time, brother, black people can't be racist. It's just impossible.
That's dumb as hell.
So, and they're not choosing. That's really what they think. But
so
I've argued with people like
I know
time about that.
I just don't understand. I've seen stories where people will say black people can't be racist, but then a black dude will be like, "Oh yeah, well I could do all this to white women. I wouldn't do that to a black woman," and say that's not racist.
Exactly.
There's
that's so
many cases.
Racism won't end because of black people.
I think that's the big reason. Even like think about it. Right? What's a common thing you hear that black dudes say? That I've heard black dudes say. They say, "My mama always told me you better not bring no white girl home, never." So if a white person says that, wouldn't you call them racist?
Hey man, we're in 2025, man. This stuff has to stop. We just have to call out bullshit like this, and black people just gotta wake up and realize this is bullshit because this is insane.
It's bad.
It's just crazy to me that black people like her have never probably experienced someone actually that died from racism.
She has a white partner, bro. She doesn't believe in white supremacy, bro. She has hate inside her heart because she does not feel okay with who she is as a person. And she's dressing it up and projecting it outward and projecting her hatred that she has in her heart within herself towards children.
And what type of guy is the husband?
Obviously, he's trying to separate himself from her. Like obviously, he's like, I don't even condemn what you're saying.
That's divorce-like.
Yeah, that is.
They're not married.
You can't marry
They're dating.
Like
I'm
that.
leaving your ass. You have
that's
issues.
easy. That's easy.
You have issues. This is why when you get in a relationship and you're public with your relationship, who your partner is, your actions will also be brought down on them. So you have to pick and choose what you're gonna say and do, because now her partner's being dragged into this, and he's just an innocent white dude that happens to be dating a fucking head case.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll learn after this. Maybe this is not your wife, my brother.
Yeah, this is not a wife at all.
And the fact that she's playing the victim by posting these guns and stuff like this is even more insane to me. I just cannot believe this shit.
I'm gonna keep it honest. I feel nothing for this woman. Everything that the backlash she was receiving, she deserves, and whatever happens to her, she brought it upon herself. So I am choosing to feel no sympathy for her. Prayers be with the victims. And I hope this woman gets her what she brought on herself, and that's just what it is.